And good evening from Jacksonville Routt High School, Jacksonville, Illinois. This is Quincy Notre Dame Raider basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com. And good evening. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready for a great contest tonight between the QND Raiders at 12-0 against the Jacksonville Routt Rockets, who are 13-1. Only loss was to Waverly in the championship. Actually, it was the North MAC in the championship of the Waverly tournament. Should be a great one, and of course, when there's a great game in the state, who's on alongside? Coach Pettit. And Coach, we have a good one tonight.
Well, as far as rankings go, Raiders number 1 in 2A at Nesto Hoops. Haven't seen the AP ratings yet. Jacksonville Routt, and these just came out today, number 9 in 1A. So this is going to be a battle here, especially a road trip. For the Raiders, played a tough competition.
And it's the Mecha Sports Co. pregame show. You'll hear more about that. You're going to hear from Coach Altmix in a second as well, as you're at the Mecha Mobile studio. And that's brought to you by Sleep Tight, Better Bed, Less Money, Quincy and Jacksonville. When we return, we're going to hear from Coach Altmix, and it's Raider basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep Tight.
Sleep tight.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecha Sports Co.
And welcome back to the pregame show. Now it's time for the coach's comments. With me, the coach of the Raiders, Greg Altmix. And first of all, last time we talked, you were winning the State Farm. What a good deal. And you had a great win the other night against Sacred Heart. That's a good way to start the year off.
It definitely is. We knew coming off of State Farm that, we weren't going to be able to rest on our laurels there, and so we were going to have to be ready. What helped out was that, Sacred Heart has a good team, but they were a little similar to Joliet Catholic, so it was interesting that we played them right after facing Joliet, and I think it helped us a little bit because, Sacred Heart was quick, and they've got some guys that can play.
And, of course, it's guards on both those teams is what we're talking about. Joliet Catholic had guards, and we beat them, and you're talking about that. Now, tonight, we see a bigger lineup. We match up with this team. They're 6'7" in the post, but otherwise, across the front line, we're all 6 foot better.
Yeah, it's very similar in size aside from Abel, and so, looking for a tough matchup for us tonight.
And, of course, we got the Catholic matchup. We always love those. Sacred Heart. Now we got Joliet, Routt, and they're right now 13-1. Came off a win last night. Did you go up and watch them at Payson at all?
Did not. It's nice when schools stream games because you can sit in your. I sat in my office and watched the game, took some notes, and saw a lot of similar things in last night's game that we saw in the North MAC game and the Peoria Christian game and in some of the other games that we've seen them play.
All right, you got the Raiders playing well. How are they doing health-wise and any injuries?
Right now, everybody's healthy, and so everybody's moving in the right direction, and so we had a few colds and that before Christmas, so we're kind of knocking on wood. Hopefully, we can keep everybody healthy here in the second half of the season.
I'm just glad to be back in the gym after being in the gym for so many days in a row and then having a little time off. I don't know what to do with myself.
There you go. I tell you, it's fun to be. It's always fun to have games to go to and games to broadcast and play and coach. So, a wonderful time of the year.
And you got the best one right here. It should be a good one tonight. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
All right, and that's Greg Altmix, head coach of the Raiders. We'll catch him also after the game as well. His comments are brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. When we return, it's going to be the Raiders and the Rockets from Jacksonville Routt right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Kunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Kunis Honda.
and Kunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Kunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Kunis makes it easy.
Get a six.
And welcome back to Jacksonville Routt High School. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit here getting ready for tonight's game. First one was a close one. It went down to the wire. Notre Dame held on as they ended up missing 2 free throws. There was a foul on the other end, and Routt missed 2 free throws. So the Raiders won. Well, I got to remember, was it 50?
57-56, I believe.
What was that, Coach?
57-56.
Thank you there, because it was close right down to the end here. And we expect a close game tonight. Now, I did talk to a couple coaches beforehand. One of the guys who used to coach with Dan Sparrow at Jacksonville, he's been around a lot. And also Coach Abel, who was here before, he had the game before, lives in West Central, lives down by Winchester. I think he's a superintendent now, but he didn't want to move there with his son being a senior, and that's the 6'7" center for the Rockets. Of course, everybody remembers him. Coach Abel was at Bluffs years ago, and then when they merged to West Central, he was the coach then way back when as well. So a lot of experience there on Will Whelan's team. Will's been here ever since he was a student back here at Jacksonville Routt.
Well, and, to be honest with you, looking at their most recent games, at the Waverly tournament, you had Bryson Mossman, MVP of the tournament, and that usually doesn't happen with a team that gets second in the tournament. Then you had Adam Abel, the 6'7" kid in the middle. He was first team all tournament. 2 good ball players, and sitting there watching them warm up, they got some other shooters also.
And you look at the height on the two teams. When you look at Routt, 6'7", 6'5", 6'4", 6'2", 6 foot. So you think, wow, that's a tough team to match up. When you look at the Raiders, 6'5", 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", 6'1". So we match up quite well. And physicalness, in talking to a couple people, these guys from Routt just haven't learned yet to get tough.
Well, and they're playing a different schedule than QND's playing. You know what I mean? And, to be honest with you, we'll see how it shows up. I mean, there's some things that Quincy Notre Dame's going to have to do, in order to, get the W here.
It's called the Dome here in Routt. Beautiful facility. By the way, it is in the book of the best gyms in Illinois. It has a one-pager, the other gyms, and it's a lot like New Berlin's gym. Same setup above, and so both those gyms got honored. By the way, Coach, I don't know if you've ever noticed that book. You haven't seen it yet when it came out. We're in there, by the way.
Well, the place I used to play, I think that got number 4 was the Ottawa gym. That very similar to this. They got brick all the way up and down, but yeah, I love the facility.
Probably the other facility that looks similar to this, but it has a walkway all the way. Springfield Southeast has a circular, but I don't think this is a beautiful facility. And you can see it a little bit on the camera. I'll shoot the ceiling a little bit as well throughout the night. We talked about Sacred Heart. Good game the other night, 68-58. Raiders pulled it out at the very end. Jace Allensworth had 23, and if you see that picture of him in the game, he was looking physical when he had to hold that basketball, not giving it up. He really set the stage for the team in the first half. I think he had, I believe, 18 of his points were in the first half. Then you had 18 points out of TJ Togarepi, and then you had 11 points from F-Tank and 11 points from Reed, and that's not too bad with 4 guys across the board, double digits.
Oh, yeah. I mean that's the thing about this Quincy Notre Dame team. We saw them up at State Farm 3 games, I believe, out of their 4. Broadcast 2 of them, but I saw them 3 times.
Actually, we saw all 4 because we got there for both those games.
Yeah, and it's amazing how one night somebody's not going to do nothing. That night somebody else is going to pick it up. I think we have 4 different leading scorers at the State Farm.
And, of course, Gavin
Which
Dolman.
is- oh, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have a game at all the other night, but he does so many other things as well. So, we're so close to Coach Altnick's. He talked about miking him up because, we were behind his bench in 2 different games just watching. And we said something. He joked about it, actually, in the post-game show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to drop a mic down in on him in a second here. Hey, it's the Mecca Sports Co. pregame show. Wellman and Pettit getting ready for this great matchup between the Raiders and the Rockets. We'll take a break, come back with a little bit more as we're ready for Raider basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Back at the Dome, the pregame show. Wellman and Pettit here and getting ready for this one. It's only a Tuesday, though. So if you're hungry, which Thursday I'm going to make a stop down before I head off to East Moline, and that's 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen at 601 Main. We've been talking about the OG sandwiches, their fried chicken sandwiches, all on that brioche bun. All have a little bit of a twist there. We've talked about the signatures. You've heard Coach Pettit talking about his smash burger, the Doc Holiday. We're done talking about it. Get there. Raider fan, Devil fan, whoever you are, stop down at 601 Main. It's a Southern Kitchen, and check them out at 8 Open. They are open on Thursday and Fridays, 11 to 8, Saturdays, noon to 9, right there at the Promenade. And I looked both them up. Promenade and Promenade, pretty well but same thing. One's a verb and one's a noun. And so Promenade, Promenade work just like tomato, tomato. I had to look that up after I kept talking about it, Coach. And so don't you feel better now?
Yes.
All right. Keys to the game, Coach.
Well, find the shooters, first of all. On the defensive end, 3-point shooters, make sure you're challenging every shot. And then communication, when that shot goes up, you got to make sure everybody's got a butt on somebody else, okay? What that's going to do, that's going to give you the fast break opportunities. Looking at this game, QND's averaging almost 66 a game. Routt's at about 58. Same way with the defensive splits. So I think the key is, with their depth, get the rebounds, push it, and go, and then you can rotate your guys in. QND goes 8 or 9 deep. Third thing, play 32. Disciplined on the defensive end, get your deflections, get out and go. If they do that, get the score up in the mid-60s, 270, right in that vicinity, I think they'll be fine tonight.
Getting ready here in the purple and white. Little gold in here as well. Feel like you're in Collinsville, one of your favorite places.
Well, I feel like I'm at McHenry College, another one of my favorite places.
Indeed. Check out the squads as we get ready. Cheerleaders are out and about. Nice gym. It's kind of circular. Stands on both sides. It's easy to pack the place, but really a nice venue.
Well, it probably seats, maybe 1,000, 1,500 tops.
And by the way, for that Catholic connection, I was in this building years ago in the early 90s. Pat Lockman, who taught 7th grade at St. Dominic's, walked in there. She happened to be in the classroom. I said, Pat Lockman, Jeff Wellman. She said, oh my gosh, the past has come to haunt me. I just talked to the first person in here tonight. It was Pat Lockman's niece, and she has passed away like in 2001, but it was great connecting with people over here. Time for the national anthem. We're going to stay here with the national anthem and our prayer. And after the prayer, we had our national anthem, and now it's time for the starting lineup. And folks, it's time to get after it here. And you'll notice we are back to video. We're caught in the corner here, so we get a great shot. When we shoot the length of the court, you're going to see a garbage can over here and some other stuff. That's fine. We just love that we're not sitting in the stands with it all spread over, but it's still all great. Starting lineup first for the Raiders in their blue and gold road uniforms. Bo F. Tank, number 2, 6'3" senior. Number 12, TJ Togarepi, a 6'1" sophomore. Jace Allensworth. Number 14, 6'3" senior. Robbie Reed, 22, a 6'5" senior. And rounding it out, Gavin Dolman. It's a 30 or an 80. You take it. And a 6'3" senior as well. Head coach Greg Altmix, assisted by Alex Altmix. Wow, and they did that too.
There we go.
Jordan Altmix, Jonah Petty, and everybody else I've got from memory there. I didn't expect the lights to go out. I love it. So.
Oh, this is.
Oh, and hold on.
I mean, the gym,
Chuck Vemberlo. I don't want to forget Chuck Vemberlo. Now your starting lineup for the Rockets in their home white, trimmed in purple. Slight gold in there. They will start number 3, Nolan Mossman. He's a 6'2" sophomore. Also, number 14, Bryson Mossman, a 6'4" senior.
And that was the MVP of the Waverly tournament.
And that's Owen, number 14, Bryson, excuse me. Owen Gernhardt, number 20, he's a 6' senior. Number 25, Brady Turner, 6'5" senior. I believe his dad is the baseball coach. They got 3rd last year in state. And the big guy in the middle, number 44, Adam Abel, 6'7" senior. Head coach, Will Whalen. Assistant, Jeff Abel. Yes, the guy from Bluffs and West Central. And Rick Smith, who has coached up here along with Mel Rustio. He coached up here as well with Dan Sparrow and with Sean Taylor. So he's had the chance to be here for a number of years.
I'm going to tell you what, the 6'4" Bryant Mossman, number 14, lefty, you better find him because he'll sit out there NBA 3 range, got a sweet stroke, got to make sure you challenge that and then go. A lot of three-point shots tonight, so we got to make sure we're boxing out.
Raiders will work left to right on your dial. Gavin Dolman be in the center circle. Abel, number 44, in for Jacksonville Routt. And we are ready for basketball here, folks. A couple of officials that look familiar here as well. The opening tip goes up, and the Raiders have the opening tip. Down the left side, Jace Allensworth back to the top. TJ setting the offense against a 1-2-2.
3-2 flat.
Ball works the right side to Reed. Down the short corner, skipped over left side. F-Tank takes the step, the shot, no good. Rebound inside, tipped. Last touch by TJ and Gavin, and it will go over to Routt.
Like the effort on the offensive glass. You know, that's what you got to do, you know, with those long shots.
Full court pressure being applied, man-to-man coming from the Raiders. Bringing the ball up will be Turner.
6'5" forward.
In the half-court set, Raiders man-to-man. Right side, F-Tank hounding. Reed knocks it away.
Well, Reed's out there on Mossman. With that's what you want to do, and then you can rotate Dolman on him later on in the game and hopefully put a blanket on him.
Robbie usually gets the tough matchup here. Ball to the left side. TJ almost knocks the ball away. It's Nolan Mossman on the left side. Back to the top of the key. That's Bryson Mossman. We're working the left side both ways. Abel comes out here in the near corner, right in front of us. Back to the top. Patience from Routt. Routt, Turner, drives, kicks out right corner. Good ball movement. Mossman takes it to the hole and does a couple double pumps in there. And the first basket of the game goes to Routt. Mossman with a basket.
Good strong move with the left hand, make him go right.
In the half-court set, Allensworth in the left corner. F-Tank high. Got to shoot him out of it. TJ with the southpaw. Passes up the shot. Takes a shot on the run. No good. Allensworth, strong rebound, weak side, no good. Tipped. Allensworth's shot was blocked, and tracking it down is the Rockets' Mossman.
Still like it. 2 offensive rebounds, you know, on that possession.
Hitting the boards hard and getting some looks there. TJ on that shot.
Hopefully they'll start falling because he had a couple of gimmies there.
Abel looks 6'7" when I walked in with him, but once he matches up with everybody else out there, you know, pretty well even across the board. Mossman works on the crossover on TJ. Gets help from both sides. Double pump, no good. Allensworth gets the rebound in transition.
Great pass.
Underneath the basket. Dolman misses. Allensworth rebound. And he goes in hard. And the first foul of the ball game will be against Brady Turner against the Rockets. And Allensworth will go to the line to shoot 2.
Great job by Routt on the defensive end on Mossman, because Mossman's a player, you can watch him.
They said it was a shooting, but then called it a on the floor.
Oh.
So a box out of bounds play coming. Robbie Reed, actually 3 guys were on the free throw line. Out to F-Tank. Allensworth drives through. Allensworth has his shot blocked by Abel. Abel came up to help on that one. In the half-court transition. Turner with the ball.
Abel's a solid 6'5".
Tipped out. It will stay on this end. F-Tank thought it was tipped out on the Rockets. Yeah, Abel at 6'7". You know, if Gavin's only 6'3", I guess there is about 4 maybe. Oh, looks like a couple inches. In the half-court set, the Rockets with the ball. 5:41 left, first quarter action. Lobbed across.
Great pass.
And it was a touch pass into Abel. Abel gets the basket, and it's 4-0.
Great pass by Mossman.
Rockets with the ball. Raiders waste no time. Allensworth kicks it back out. TJ, left corner Reed. Reed starts to make a move, brings it back out.
Good patience by the Raiders.
Should be 4 here. I'm waiting for that score up there. F-Tank from 20. Oh, off the iron, but there's Robbie Reed with a tip in. Reed does a great job finding himself, and that's the one problem. And Coach and I talked about that, Smith, that trying to find a man in zone is tough for rebounding.
It's very hard.
Half-court set. Inside, Turner. 2 fakes on Dolman, 3 fakes, and Turner works hard inside for the bucket.
Went up with the left hand, from 10 and made it.
6-2. Rockets with the lead. Raiders in the half-court set. Allensworth brings it back out to F-Tank. In the high post now is Dolman, setting the offense. 4 on the perimeter. 2 cutters, F-Tank and then Allensworth. TJ at the top, comes back out to Reed. Robbie looks at his man. Raiders will reset now. TJ at the point, along with F-Tank. Got the 1-2-2 as they start into. TJ comes through the lane. Reed comes up to the high post. Gives to Allensworth, almost travels. Good patience if it's not there. F-Tank back to the top to Reed. Rockets doing a good job on defense. Raiders, all 5 guys on the perimeter. Dolman, shot from 3, no good. It was almost like it was a shot clock situation where you had to shoot it, and we didn't have to yet. Inside 4 minutes, first quarter action here.
That's coming.
Exactly.
That's coming.
And next year, they'll be forced to shoot that. In the half-court set, Abel goes right side to Turner. Mossman makes a cut. Other Mossman pops up. The southpaw. Now with a nice step back. Shot no good. Long rebound, Allensworth. Here goes Jace the other way. In transition. Kicked out by the Rockets. Raider basketball. Here comes Sully Walker in for F-Tank.
Well, once again, when you're leading the fast break, get the ball into the middle of the floor. Get down there, that little 10-foot floater. We took it on the side, going down. Limits what you can do with the ball. You only pass to one side instead of 2.
Ball inbounded, out of bounds. TJ now pops it into Reed. Reed, high-low, great pass there. Reed gets the assist. Gavin Dolman gets the bucket. That's a nice play there, Coach.
Oh, yeah. High-low always works, especially if you get it down, where you're only making a 5-7-foot pass, sealing out.
Wassman trying to work against Reed. Steps under Reed. And a traveling call. It was a nice move there. I'm not too sure. Was it travel, Coach?
Yeah,
It looked like a 1.5.
It didn't look
egregious.
Obvious.
Yeah, the egregious, as we always say.
Well, the obvious one, it's like, that's a travel.
3 minutes left, first quarter action. Rockets 6, Raiders 4. Raiders have the basketball. Walker, Allensworth, Togarepi, and Dolman with Robbie Reed in the high post. 4 on the perimeter. Still haven't really worked where they're going with it on their set. Dolman comes to the strong side. Ball goes to the weak side now. Reed has it in the right corner. He'll pull up for 3. And it was all Rockets inside for the rebound there. Abel's the biggest man, but really, we had nobody else left inside for the rebound.
Well, not a good shot. You know what I mean? Pass the ball around, slice to the basket.
And there's a slice from Nolan Mossman, and it's 8-4 Rockets.
Good pass. What we got?
And we got an illegal screen out high, I believe, Coach.
Dolman.
It'll be Gavin's first call.
And he's limping, too. That's not good.
Now, he's got an ankle brace on his right ankle.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if something got twisted in there. Get a roll of tape out and knock it out. Reed, Dolman, and Allensworth all out right now. Sully Walker had checked in. Now Mason Craig checks in. I believe inside we got Royce Boyd in the ball game as well for the Raiders in the half-court set. Oh, and finding Abel wide open underneath the basket. Got to know where he's at. Raiders lost track of him on that play.
Turner's a very good-looking ball player. Handles the ball, big, strong, rebounds.
And that's a cog there. That's that guy in between, I believe, the guards, Mossman's, and Abel inside. He's a good baseball player, I'm sure, because his dad's a baseball coach.
And then you got the sophomore Mossman that's pretty good ball player.
Indeed.
A couple years from now, he gets a little bigger and stronger. Watch out.
6'2" sophomore. Inside 2 minutes left, first quarter action. Driving to the basket. Good help there. Xavier Douglas came down from the high post playing D. Coach has put a few different guys in there. I think trying to shake things up. You got Patrick Ginnebacher in there. Xavier Douglas also into the ball game. John Pemberlow.
Your best matchup for Mossman, the 6'4" senior, is probably Robbie Reed.
Almost lost the man. Now we found him. Here we are. Drive to the basket. Oh, you got to take the charge there. And we did not get the charge.
And then you got the offensive rebound.
Bryson Mossman got the bucket. If we would have stood our ground, it would have been a charge going the other way, no basket. But we got an and one going on now here. Foul was called against Xavier Douglas, his first.
Well, he made the initial move, threw it up there, missed it, then got the offensive rebound and put it in, got fouled.
And he made the three-point play. Here we are. Inside 2 minutes, Raiders are down 13-4. We got a little 7-point run coming out of the Rockets. Interesting lineup in there for the Raiders, as they've got a bunch of guys in there that we normally don't see. Bias with 1:24 and counting. Douglas goes to the right side. Checking the left side on there, I believe it's Gilbert came in. Bias starts the drive, lost the handle of the ball. Ball goes over Jacksonville. In the half-court set, right side Mossman. Starts the drive, pulls up, no good. Abel reaches up and over. Had a body on him, but we didn't back him out.
Well, he had a body on him, probably 4 foot from the basket. Long rebound, he got his long arms up and tipped it out.
Pass here into the corner right in front of us. Shot from three is good. That was Gernhardt. Hit the three-pointer, and it's 16-4. And a steal here. Taking it to the hole. We flopped. Turner got fouled. Turner got fouled again. This time they'll give it to him, and Turner will shoot 2 free throws. 2 offensive boards there. 10-point run right now coming from the Rockets.
And a lot of us, bad shots at the offensive end, not making good decisions, and then turnovers. They've had 3 or 4 turnovers, and they've taken it down the floor like you wanted the Raiders to do at the beginning, push the ball, and, it's not been a good situation.
First free throw is good by Turner with 37.1 left first quarter. Coach brings all his starters back in. Second one no good. Dolman gets the rebound for the Raiders. Down the left side. TJ stops in the short corner, and he was frozen by Turner. Almost a 5 count. Gets it to Reed on the other short corner. Reed falling back with a shot, hits it. Good job by Robbie.
Should have been and one.
Ball inbounded now. Actually, I thought it was coming down the court here, but ball was tipped away, I believe. That stopped that 11-point run by the Rockets. Raiders putting up full court pressure. Down to 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Raiders with their starting lineup back there. Turner kicks it out to Abel in the right corner. Abel gets it back to Turner, down to 9 seconds. Get it to their guard. That's Bryson Mossman. Reed on over him. Reed took the ball away. Hands it off to Dolman. Dolman pulls up at the buzzer. No good. But a great steal from Reed. Dolman got to throw one up, and we're through one quarter. It's the Rockets from Routt 17, and your QND Raiders 6. We're back with second quarter action right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
Get a six-pack.
Welcome back to Routt. We got our cheerleaders right in front of us, some QND. Trying to get a shot of them there. Here, we'll get a little shot of them there. First quarter, 6-4 coach, we're down. 11-point run by the Rockets. Got up 17-4. Raiders did hit one bucket, made it 17-6, and at least stopped the last score on the Rockets the last time down.
Well, you know, we got to do a better job, you know, on the defensive end. I mean, they've got two players with Mossman and Abel that you need to find. And plus, I'll be honest with you, kid I like the best is probably Turner at 6'5", handling the ball, making the passes, you know, letting the other guys, you know, move and whatever. But, you know, Mossman's a ton. You know, we need to have, you know, Robbie in the game, guarding him, and, you know, probably Dolman, you know, on Turner, and keep him in and go.
And the physicality has to be a key. That's one thing that beforehand, this team hasn't gotten used to physical teams. North Mac played physical.
I mean, Turner's like a football player at 6'5". He'd be a nice tight end.
Jacksonville starts with the basketball in their half-court set. Still Turner, Abel, Mossman, and Gernhardt. Driving baseline, skipping it over to Abel, over his head, and hits the baseline, or actually the sideline. QND basketball. Right now we got TJ along with F-Tank, Reed, Allensworth, and
got the
Dolman.
starters back.
Yep. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Raiders in the half-court set. TJ, Togarepi at the top. Allensworth.
Need to attack the zone and the seams.
Into Reed. Reed, turnaround shot, good. Turned around on Abel with a good bucket there. Reed's got 6 points in this ball game, Coach.
Well, you like when he goes and looks at the basket. You know, it gives him another option. You know, his biggest thing is defense.
Turner stops in. Turner misses the shot. Togarepi with a rebound.
Good defense by Dolman.
Togarepi takes it all the way in, and he's being hounded all the way in. The official says a grab of the arm.
Now, see, that was a good take, but you need to spread the floor and space better because you had Robbie Reed down on the block, you know, with his man there, and then he took it to the hole. Got to spread it out. You know, let your point guards work. Ooh,
good screen there. Reed dropped back, and Dolman stepped down low. They weren't paying attention to him, and the Raiders are on a 6-point run right now.
Nice way to start the second quarter.
Raiders down 17-10.
Oh.
On defense, up in the air. Surprised there wasn't a foul called. Raiders get the rebound, though. Long pass. Dolman with a bucket. Who threw that pass, Coach? That was a nice pass down court. Couldn't tell if that was Allensworth.
Might have been Reed.
Back on defense now, down 17-12 for the Raiders in the half-court set. Reed hounding TJ, does a little ole. Shot no good. Taken there by Nolan Mossman. Raiders get the rebound. Work it down. Allensworth off the glass. Good. Got every bit of touch he could get on that one. And then a timeout taken as the Raiders run off 10 points, 8 in the quarter, 10 since that last bucket of the first quarter. And we've got a 17-14 ball game, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where they picked it up on the defensive end. You know, stop the Rockets and Mossman and Abel and the whole group. And, you know, have taken the ball the other way on transition and gotten a little bit easier looks, you know, at the basket than when they set up against the 1-2-2.
I think, too, if you're looking at this Jacksonville team, your Routt team, you've got to watch, obviously, 6'7", Abel. Turner's the key, though. I'd rather see the ball in Mossman, and I don't mean as the
lefty?
Yes. Well, not Nolan.
I don't know about that.
His brother, Nolan, the other's a sophomore.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Keep it out of Mossman and Turner's hand, because they seem to be the two guys controlling the action.
Well, and to be honest with you, the Raiders are set up with Reed on defense and Dolman on defense. You know, and then you throw the physicality of, you know, Allensworth in there. They got a pretty solid line up there to, you know, defend, get the rebounds, and then go.
You know, Allensworth and Turner is a it was a tough matchup. There's two strong guys.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders come out of the timeout. They're playing man-to-man full court. Long pass. We forgot about one of the Mossmans, but he sets up. Goes by TJ, tries to spin. Raiders cover up. Nice job. Wow, and he's all by himself in the lane. He turned around.
TJ left him.
And he realized it was wide open, and he puts the bucket in. Actually, sorry about that, folks. I was on the wrong end there. I was looking at the Raiders' 10-point run there. And the first bucket of the quarter goes to the Rockets, up 19-14. 4 on the perimeter. Robbie Reed working inside. Allensworth on the left. TJ cuts in, goes into Reed.
Good pass.
Reed put the ball on the floor, but then stays with it. And count it! Robbie with a bucket. He's going to have an and one. He did the one thing you're not supposed to inside, and that's take it and put it on the floor. But after it got tipped away, Robbie got a hold of it, went strong, and the foul will go against Abel, his first, and the first of the second quarter. Free throw, no good. 19-16, Rockets with a lead.
Need to stop here.
5:20 and counting left, first half action. Raiders stay man-to-man. Mossman pulls up with a one dribble. Oh, he had his brother on a backdoor cut. Problem was he wasn't making the cut. Did save the ball, though. All 5 in the perimeter. Right, you got Abel now down the block. Good job, Robbie Reed picking up. Mossman's going to step back, though. And Mossman does a little step back fader and hits the bucket.
I think the way to stop him is not let him get the ball.
Well, and you can't let him get that tight. And then you got to stay with him once he's that close to the basket. F-Tank runs, floater. Oh, rolls in and out. Bo with a nice look on that one.
Great look.
Turner had the rebound for the Rockets. 21-16, Rockets have the 5-point lead. Raiders are down by 11 at the end of the first quarter. Staying in the man-to-man set. Oh, TJ with a great job stepping up, taking the ball away. And that would have been
give him a breakaway or
easy
no?
layup. TJ had the break. They went ahead and called the foul.
On Mossman.
That's a tough one there because TJ had a break. For Mossman, his first foul, second team foul. Check the third team foul.
You know, good foul there. Very
Indeed.
good foul for Routt Catholic.
F-Tank loses the handle. Jace gets it in the left corner. Back to Bo. Jace in the left corner, steps back. He pulls up for 3. No good. Weak side rebound. Robbie Reed gets it inside, but not hard enough. Ball was tipped away from Dolman, and Turner came away with it. Good
Reed
idea.
was doing battle on the weak side with 2 of them, and got his fingertip on the ball, tried to make the pass, just didn't have enough on it.
Left side, Mossman goes into the corner. New guy into the ball game. That's Samuel Long. There's 3 Longs in the game. TJ tips it out. TJ heads off the other way. TJ fakes once and scores. Nice job there by TJ. His first bucket.
Well, he was trying to get that 3-point play there.
And it's 21-18. Raiders down by 3. Back on defense. Staying in that man-to-man. Kicking into the corner. Shot no good. Long rebound. Raiders had it. They let Abel go get it. And then stepping up for a 3-pointer is Bryson Mossman. After the Raiders did a great job and had the ball, they give Mossman a chance at an extra shot.
Well, you got to continue to do the block out until the ball's set.
Reed shot no good. Turner gets the rebound. Coming across half court, Turner has it tipped away. Robbie Reed gets it. Robbie Reed goes all the way down. TJ has his shot blocked there.
Mossman again.
Mossman, good defense. And a quick timeout there. 30-second, we'll keep it here with 2:59 left first half. Routt 24, QND 18. And it's that key, a couple times we've had steals, and then we turn right around and giving it right back.
Well, yeah, you got to, transition offense, very, very important. Get the ball in the middle. Run down for the layup to start with. You don't get it. Get out to the corners, spread the floor so you can drive and take it to the hole. The point guard bringing it down.
First quarter was all Routt. It was 6-4 Routt when Routt went on an 11-point run, got to 17-4. 2 points by the Raiders. That's the way the first quarter ended, 17-16. But the Raiders came back with the first 8 points of the second quarter to get within 3. And after that last 3-pointer, it's Routt by 6, 24-18.
So we've outscored them, 12-7, here in the second quarter. We got 3 minutes left. Let's focus and, add another 2-3 points out of that, and we'll be good going into halftime.
Sully Walker into the ball game right now for the Raiders. Allensworth, F-Tank, Togarepi, and Dolman stay in. In the set, it's Turner, Mossman, Abel, and Long. Gernhardt out right now. Long brings the dribble up, spin move on F-Tank. Takes it into the corner where Turner's there. Turner works his way in strong, misses the shot, but gets a rebound, and Turner works hard to get the second bucket.
Got to do a better job on the baseline and not let them drive to the hole.
Turner, a strong guy inside. 26-18. Jacksonville with the lead. Getting close to 2 minutes left, first half action. Wait till half, we'll break down this one. Talk about other action happening here in first semester. Coming around a screen. Allensworth, shot no good. F-Tank reaches up over Long to get the rebound. Raiders have another opportunity.
Well, I like that, 6'3" going against 5'9".
And that was key. He wasn't on the back, but he was behind him, there's no doubt. F-Tank with a dribble, stops behind screen. Good! F-Tank hits the three behind TJ's screen. Nice shot there, and it gets within 5 for the Raiders. And, of course, that three-pointer brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Your project partner, our first three of the night. Raiders have the basketball back as Dolman checks out. Checking in is Royce Boyd.
Great play.
Shot. Who hit that, Coach?
Jace Allensworth.
I turned away on the play, and a great job inside for Allensworth. He now has 4.
Great sideline out of bounds play by Coach Altmix.
26-23. Raiders are down by 3, back on defense. 1:25 left in the first half.
Got Allensworth on Mossman.
Oh, both were 14. Into the left corner, three-pointer by Abel, air balls.
Go.
TJ gets it. Brings it across the timeline, right side. Sully, back to TJ.
Swing it.
4 passes come around to the corner. Allensworth went in hard and got off balance. Turner reached in on the arm. So Turner commits the foul, his second, and should be the 4th. Raiders have no fouls in the second quarter. 4 fouls against the Rockets. Raiders will have it under their own basket.
Good take by Allensworth.
Raiders in the half-court set. TJ in the left corner. Starts to bring it out in front of the basket. Kicks it back out to Sully Walker, who pulls up from 20. Walker rolls in, rolls out. Rebound by Abel. Actually, Turner got that rebound. In transition. Inside a minute left, first half action. Turner skips over here left side. That's Nolan Mossman. F-Tank's on him. Back to the top with 40 seconds left.
Got Allensworth on the Mossman, the lefty that scores, so don't let him get the ball.
Boyd's going to have to take on Abel inside. Got to make sure you know where he's at. Sully almost with a steal.
Get
Good
up, don't
hustle
let
on
him
there.
have it.
22 seconds left. Mossman starts the drive with the left hand, backs it out. Coach Whelan saying go. Mossman gets by Allensworth. Bounces left corner, 12 seconds. Almost a steal, now it is a steal. Allensworth behind the back. Allensworth tipped it out there. F-Tank gets the bucket. Good assist by Allensworth. And the last shot of the half, no good. The Raiders find themselves down by 1, or down by 11 at the first quarter. They make up 10 points in the second quarter and will be down at half 26-25.
Well, the second quarter is the pace they want to play at. 19 points in the second quarter. Gosh, let's duplicate that in the third, and then we'll see where we're at.
It's halftime here at the Dome at Jacksonville Routt. Should be a good one. Come on back. We'll talk about this. We're going to talk about what we're doing here. We got a big January and February coming up. Your halftime score, the Rockets 26, the Raiders 25, and it's Raider basketball right here on MegaSportsCo.com.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the do.
QNS Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit QNS Honda.
And QNS Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit QNS Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how QNS makes it easy.
And welcome back to the Dome. It's halftime here in Jacksonville. 26-25. Routt has the lead on the Raiders, but it started off 6-4, Routt led. And then Routt went on an 11-point run to be up 17-4. Raiders got the last basket of the quarter after one, 17-6. But the Raiders took that last 2 points of the first quarter, put 8 more points on it unanswered in the second quarter, and the Raiders were within 3, 17-14. Jacksonville Routt got it up to 26-18, but the Raiders ran off the last 7 of the quarter and the half to be only down by 1, 26-25.
Well, much better job on the defensive end, challenging the shots and rebounding and getting out, in the transition offense. In the second quarter, going from 6 points in the first quarter to 19 in the second, we need to duplicate that in quarter number 3, and then we'll see if Routt can stay up with us.
You'll hear a lot of cheering at halftime. That's because they have the young future cheerleaders for the Rockets, for Routt, across the way. Our youngest group only had 4. Next group's going to have a few more there as well. Hey, speaking of eating, I don't know that I was speaking of that, but let's bring it in here anyway. Atlas Slice, 121 North 6 in Quincy. Check them out on Thursday or Friday from 4 to 9, Saturday noon to 9. And you've heard us talk about the chef-driven craft pizzas and wings. You've heard us talk about the open flame and the high heat oven, different type pizzas, and Excel drinks. You can catch them all right down at Atlas Slice, 121 North 6 on the Promenade, right across the street from 8 Open a Southern Kitchen. Halftime here, and Coach, I'll tell you what, that was a much better second half quarter. And in first quarter, Coach Altmix actually had all of his starters sitting on the bench, and we put 5 kids on, and a couple of them that don't see the game usually till late in the ball game.
Well, he sent a message. The kids came back and responded to the message sent. And I still think the keys are, Dolman and Reed on the defensive end. Dolman on Mossman and Reed on Turner, because Dolman matches up very well with them. So, and then get the ball and run the floor with TJ, let him finish. But get the ball in the middle, run to the corners. You'll have open looks.
TJ, we got the quickness out there, and we get aggressive. And some, like I said, talked before the game with a couple people, and they said, we're just not tough enough yet. And so they haven't played really tough, strong teams. And the way the Raiders have played this year, and we've watched them play, especially at the State Farm, and if you're down on the floor, you'll get a better chance. If you're up in the stands or you're watching on TV, you get a feel for the Raiders. But until you sit right next to them on the floor and watch the physicality of these guys, you don't realize how tough it is inside.
Well, that comes with a lot of them playing football. Like Dolman. You're going to have to go through him to get to the basket, which is what you want. Reed, defensively, he'll pick up the point guard in half court and shut him down. Mossman's got, 10? But they've been hard-earned 10.
And he's gotten to the lane, too. That's the problem. We've given it – once we've gotten him to the lane, then we've left him, and he's hit that nice little J then.
Well, and he's got, I think 1 3-pointer, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But his mid-range game, 15 to 17 around the basket, you let him get to the free throw line, he's a tough guard. You almost got to get to where, okay, he passes the ball, bringing it up, not let him have it again. That's the best way to slow him down.
I'm glad you said he had 10. I had him for 9, and I missed the free throw. And that was it. I got back in there. So it's always nice when you see a nice board over here that has the scoring and then also has fouls. There it is right there, folks. Right there by Chris Dewar. Chris Dewar is holding he's holding his phone, but he's hanging out underneath there. We are Routt Catholic, home of the Rockets. So nice board there. And when we're in the tournaments, and that's the problem, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. So many times you're on auxiliary gyms or other gyms that they don't have enough volunteers to get all the way down and do the personal fouls or team fouls.
Oh, yeah.
And we understand that. That's not it's just frustrating for a guy who's looking up going, what do you got, Coach? I don't know. What do you got? Well, I got the same thing you got, and it's nothing. So, hey, it's halftime. I do have that. It's 26-25. Raiders find themselves down by 1 as the future Rocket cheerleaders are out here. We'll take a break, come back with the Mecca Sports Co. halftime right after this on Mecca Sports Co. If I have to say that 10 times fast, it'll be tough. Right, we'll be back in a moment. How about that?
At Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. Discover top mattress brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Your purchase always includes free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress. Plus, enjoy 0% interest for up to 5 years. Better bed, less money. Only at your locally owned Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, where comfort and community come together.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight. Mecca Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecca Sports Co. MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at meccasportsco.com for the full game schedule and more.
And we're back at Routt, Wellman and Pettit, halftime here. And we're at the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight, better bed, less money, Quincy and Jacksonville, sleeptightmidwest.com.
That mobile studio, it's going to be moving around here in the next couple of days, so make sure you stay tuned in because we got some great basketball coming up.
I know I'm about to pull the Raiders schedule up here in a minute, but this week, the rest of the week, we got trip to the Panther Den on Thursday night. That'll be the Blue Devil girls at 12-2 or 12-5. 12-5 or 10-5? I'm going to have to pull that back out and double check. A great finish, let's put it this way, 3-1 at the State Farm. That is on Thursday night. Then Friday, the Blue Devils will travel to East Moline. Saturday, we got the Devils at home against Springfield. We also have the girls going down to the Sophie Classic, the Sophie Cunningham Classic, Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, they'll take on Park Hill South at 2:30. Quincy High is at home at night against Springfield at 6 o'clock. Then on Sunday, it's 1 o'clock, I believe, Coach, and that is Stratford. Last year, the Blue Devil girls went overtime both days, Saturday and Sunday, lost one and won one. And Stratford, I think it's the team they lost to. Freshman or sophomore, if I'm not mistaken, I'll pull it back out. But it was a great shooting guard from Stratford that lit them up from 26 to 28 feet. So that'll be down there in Columbia. And we'll have a chance to see Greg Logsdon, a bunch of friends there. And, of course, that's where Chloe Nicholson plays her ball in the summertime down there. But first, we got the Raiders here, second half action. And I think if you take that second quarter and put the third and fourth quarter the same way, I think Raiders come away.
I think they do the third quarter like that. They'll be up by 10, going into it. As good as their defense has been, well, their defense first quarter wasn't very good. Second quarter is very good. So we need to duplicate, what we did in the second and the third. And once again, first 3 minutes, the third quarter is going to be very important. If they come on going a 10-0 run in 3 minutes, which they are very capable of, that'll put them up by 10, 11 points. Going to be tough to recover. Now, Raiders come out and go 9-2 run, go up by 6, 7, 8, and then finish them off. They've got two kids that I think are very, very good. The other ones, they're okay.
We can all match up with.
You know what I mean?
And we played Routt a couple times, but I had no track record. We did not play them here at the pit. It was always at shootouts. One time it was at Riverton.
Yeah.
That reminded me of the old Riverton shootouts, which we haven't been to in a long time.
I went down there when I was at Byron as assistant coach, missed a game with Indian Creek, and they won by 30. I was down there just taking film. Nashville.
A lot of good teams. Riverton had a good ball player one year that went on to Illinois.
The big 7-footer that went to Illinois.
Right.
Yeah, he was playing. He came back because he had a busted finger.
And another place that the Raiders went, which they're not going this year, and that's around Martin Luther King Day. We always head to BCC, that's Bloomington Central Catholic.
Yep.
Not going there this year. I talked to Welch during the State Farm, and he said they're not coming this year. And I'm not sure. It's a schedule.
Well, they haven't played their last 2 years because of weather. Hey, you know what I mean? Because we had them on the schedule, going up there doing a couple, 3, 4 games. And, it's one of those things to where weather's been.
Every time. And it's been rain, snow, usually snow and ice, and then they've canceled it or moved it, and then it gets canceled again. So, Hey, we're ready for the second half here, Coach. Raiders will have the ball to start the third quarter down 26-25.
Look like starters for both teams.
Raiders will work right to left on your dial. Haven't called that in a little while. Well, I did when
Okay,
it was
Routt
radio
still
only.
in the 2-3 flat 1-2-2 matchup.
Abel comes up in the high post to help out. Ball was tipped out of bounds. It will be Raiders as they put Gavin Dolman, the Raiders do, in the high post. So Abel will come up to play him. That takes him away from the basket, which is good. Out of bounds, TJ will trigger it. Gavin comes up to set a screen, but here comes F-Tank hard to the hole. F-Tank has his shot blocked, but he also has his head taken off.
Well, yeah, that's one of those ones where you get in there and you got the 6'7" dude coming at you, shot fake him up, and then go into him. You'll be at the free throw line shooting two.
Steps back out, takes a three, no good. That was a good way to attack too if he could hit that three. Abel got the rebound for Routt.
I think we're going to have a very physical second half here.
I wouldn't doubt it. Mossman goes into Abel. Abel gets a turnaround. Abel got the shot, but I don't know how because when he turned around,
didn't
the Raiders
jump
right there.
and threw it up.
Exactly. He got caught up pretty tight there by the defense. Raiders with the ball down by 3, 28-25. In a half-court set, Allensworth drives, floater, good. Jace takes it to the hole strong. He's got the first one for the Raiders in the second half.
That's one thing against the 1-2-2s. You got to attack the seams. Get in the seams, and then somebody's got to come get you. You either make it or you pass it off.
I believe he's got 7 in the ball game right now.
Oh.
From the left side all the way to the right side, Abel was standing there for the easy layup.
Can't lose touch with your player.
That's what happens. Basically, the Raiders lost touch with where he was at.
How can you miss him? He's kind of tall.
He's thin, but he is tall. In the half-court set, Dolman on the left. Right side, Allensworth. Popping in the corners, F-Tank. High post now, Reed. He switched out with Dolman. High-low, inside. Kicks it back out to Reed. Pulls around Dolman. Shot no good. Rebound on the weak side, that's Mossman. Raiders back on defenses. Turner brings it across the timeline.
I think we need to look at more ball movement instead of dribbling against the zone.
Yep. Get the people out of position. Ball from the right side down the left block. Short hook, no good. Robbie Reed gets the rebound for the Raiders. Good screen out by Allensworth on Abel. Reed.
Actually, that was Dolman.
Awesome job.
Oh.
And a shot off the glass there. I thought Robbie got in close. Rockets get the rebound. A couple missed opportunities the last couple times down the floor. Reed all over Turner at the point. Crossover dribble. At the left elbow, Turner picked the ball up. Ball is dead. The younger of the Mossmans gets the ball. Goes all the way around the entire offense, or the defense, I should say, of the Raiders, and with a score. Nobody helped to pick up. We're not good at on ball there. Got to move those feet. 32-27. Raiders down by 5. Approaching 5 minutes left, third quarter action. High-low pass, but that one was not anywhere. Turner was the only guy there. F-Tank was behind him. I don't think he really wanted that pass. Turner off the right side with F-Tank on him. To Mossman, the younger one. A lefty as well. Has the ball knocked away, but Allensworth gets called for the foul. That's our first foul of the second half, I believe, on either team.
Well, that's the first foul since the first quarter because I don't think we had any in the second.
Yeah, the Raiders didn't.
Yep.
But there were 4 on the other side in that quarter for the Rockets. Allensworth steals the ball on the way in. Long pass out to F-Tank. Bo takes it in, but he's going to get fouled on the floor. Second foul against the Rockets in the third quarter. Foul goes against number 20. That's Gernhardt. His second foul. He had one in the first half. Raiders have the ball. Out to Allensworth. He'll shoot a 3. Good. Allensworth hits the three-pointer. I wasn't sure. It looked like he maybe was stepping on the line from my view, Coach, but we'll take the 3. Now the Raiders commit the foul out there.
I think the offense has to go through Allensworth, whether you get it on the wing and have him drive it in with the low floater and rebound, or, if he's open for the 3, let him step into it and go.
Allensworth with the second foul. By the way, that three-pointer, your project planner. For every room, for every project, WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Good job by F-Tank. Gets Mossman to pick the ball up. Then it was tipped away. Mossman takes it in, no good. Trying to screen out the big man. He kept it alive. Coming over the back this time, and this time Abel After the second or third time keeping alive, Allensworth screened out. Abel will commit his second foul, first of this half, third against the Rockets. Well, now they got 2 up there. Just had 2 up there. We'll go with their 2 as the Raiders bring the ball down. Togarepi. That zone sets back now.
2-3.
Allensworth. Allensworth got pushed on the drive. You could see it right here that Turner just reached up and pushed. But he got in the wrong spot. Turner takes it inside. Turner gets out in front of the basket.
Way too easy.
And Brady Turner, he's now got 7 in the ball game. 34-30. Driving in. Reed has it tipped away. Rockets take it down court. Mossman almost travels in the half-court set. His brother will reset the offense. That's Bryson Mossman. Sets to the left side. That's Gernhardt. Back to the top. 3:25 and counting, third quarter action. Raiders are down by 4. Mossman's inside, and Mossman made a cut to the basket. That's his first of the second half. And a little run here coming from the Rockets. 36-30, 3 minutes left in the third. Allensworth drives, floats, good. Jace Allensworth, a great move there. Allensworth's got 8 points in the quarter, and I believe, Coach, that might be all of our points, isn't it?
Yep. No, we had 25, we got 7, so
7 out of the 8. Inside of the call.
Mossman at 6'4", if he's going to post up TJ, that's going to be a tough guard for him.
TJ gets the call, his first. Raiders third, 2 fouls on the other side for the Rockets. We'll have the basketball on the side. Take it in the backcourt. That's Bryson Mossman. Nolan Mossman's his brother. Turner's over on the left side. Turner gets it with Gavin Dolman on him. Spins in the lane. Left hand, no good.
Got to get that
Turner
rebound.
Kept it alive.
Got to get that
Raider
rebound.
basketball. Turner thought he slapped it out for one of the Raiders. None of the officials had it, so with 2:31 left in the third, 36-32, Rockets still with a lead.
When that ball goes up, you got to put a body on somebody.
That's right, I missed that 1 3-pointer there a little earlier. Back in the half-court set, Raiders with the basketball. Out high, shot no good by Allensworth. Sully Walker was in the game, but Sully popping a guy in the head. Coming in for the rebound. For Sully, his first foul. Raiders' 4th foul in the third quarter. And the ball will go over to the Rockets. Long back in the ball game now for the Rockets.
Oh, get that.
Long pass, and that was a lazy pass because he was wide open. Luckily, TJ got the steal. We're still in the half-court set. Now we're ready. Sully Walker on the block. Oh, and trying to hit a man. It was tipped coming out of the double team. Mossman with the steal. Oh, nice block by Sully Walker there. Mossman tried to step out, but now he gets the ball back, and he drills the 3.
Cannot lose him.
Well, we had him covered on that play quite well. And after the block shot, he got the rebound.
Well, that's the second chance opportunities that Rout's been getting.
In the right corner, Craig's going to shoot a 3. No good. Weak side, strong, Sully. Walker got fouled. Everybody wants to call, but we didn't get it. Raiders have the ball, though. TJ works against Long.
Too much dribbling.
Long hanging all over the man. Count the basket on a continuation. Thought he was fouled twice on the move, and they let him take 2 more steps. And the basket's good. I got no problem with that.
Well, too much dribbling against the zone.
I agree there.
Too much dribbling. You got to pass and move the ball around, make the zone move, find your open looks.
The big man, Abel now. He's got 3 fouls. And a good job on the free throw. That completes the 3-point play. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road or Jack McKenzie Way. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Approaching 1 minute left in the quarter, 39-35. Rockets have the lead. Ball's tipped away by Allensworth. Allensworth trying to get it to the basket. And he throws it up. Maybe that's continuation.
No, I don't think so.
Allensworth got fouled right about there. That's when I lost track of him. Foul was called on Nolan Mossman.
You know, so far tonight, you know, Allensworth catching the ball, driving, doing the floaters, and hitting the threes has been best offense for the Raiders.
4 fouls on both teams now with 1:03 left in the third quarter. Dolman at the top, right side TJ. He's going to pull up the southpaw, high arching three, no good. Abel gets the rebound for the Rockets.
Not a good shot with 6'5" Turner on you and closely guarded.
Inside a minute, too. You really wanted to get a good score to tighten this thing up. Mossman now brings it up to set the offense to the right side to Long.
Well, they'll look for Mossman.
And here's Reed, steps up, takes a steal. Robbie Reed in, scores. Good job by Reed on that one, anticipating.
So happy he didn't try to dunk it. He laid it in softly.
I think he was going to think about it.
Oh, yeah, I know he was thinking about it.
Down to 24 seconds left in the quarter. 39-37.
Let's get a stop here, guys.
Turner picks it up way from the basket. Gets it to Mossman. TJ with
job.
a
steal. Go. Got 12 seconds.
In the half-court set. TJ goes to the basket. And they call overlapping or double dribble, if you will. Coach Whalen was down there doing the same thing. So with 9.1 seconds left, instead of having a chance to tie it or take a lead, Gernhardt's going to come back in. Long's going to check out, so the 5 starters for Routt's in.
Well, once again, that's one of those drives coming down the side. Get in the middle, get up. That little 10-foot Chris Paul shot.
Ball inbound in the backcourt. TJ putting the defense on, down to 4 seconds. Gernhardt back out, 35-footer, airballs it. And that's how we'll end the third quarter. Decent quarter there.
Well, we lost 1 point, yeah.
That's what, Coach, I got you there. Your score after 3. The Jacksonville Routt Rockets 39, your QND Raiders 37. And it's time for the fourth quarter right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Back here at the Dome, Jacksonville Routt, fourth quarter, Wellman and Pettit. And Coach, we only lost 1 point. It's 39-37. Raiders scored the last 5 of the quarter. That was key. And now we come in the fourth quarter. All the fouls are wiped out, so we don't worry about a bonus. You have to get fouled to get there.
This is one of those games, you know, like the Instant Classics on ESPN. Instant MeccaSportsCo.com. You can rewatch the game, you know, and see the whole thing again. You know, but this has been a very, very good ball game.
Hopefully we'll have a chance to talk to Coach Altmix with a win tonight. Starting the last quarter out here, 39-37.
We've never talked to him after a loss, so that could be interesting too, but we don't want to do that.
Turner, Abel, Mossman, and Gernhardt.
Good job.
Turner took it down. Shot no good. Rebound was no good. Shot again, this time by Abel, and I think Reed partially blocked that shot.
Don't like it. They got 2 extra shots at the basket. We got to do a better job on the glass.
Mossman got the first one, too, after missing it.
Yep.
TJ sets it up. Allensworth to the left. F-Tank to the right. You got Dolman and Reed setting up on the low block. F-Tank rolls back out to the side.
Pick and fade.
Into the high post, Dolman. Dolman's going to turn around. Oh, he's going to pass up the shot. Then he's going to kick it. Reed out to Allensworth. Allensworth's 3 no good. Followed the shot a little quicker. He might have got the rebound. He waited until the ball came his way. Here come the Rockets in transition. 3 no good. That was a quick shot for the Rockets. Yeah. They did not want that.
Not a good shot by the sophomore.
Dolman in transition. 3 good. Gavin Dolman as the trailer. Hits the three-pointer as the trailer. And the Raiders take a 40-39 lead. By the way, that three-pointer brought to you by your project planner. That's Woodmart Building Center, woodmartbuildingcenter.com.
Well, that's one thing about the Raiders. Somebody steps up, and it could be one of 5 dudes on the floor.
Every time. Dolman only had maybe 5 points against Sacred Heart after a great State Farm.
Good job by TJ on defense on Mossman.
They shut down Turner as well. The younger Mossman kicks it to his brother. Left hand shot in the corner, no good. Rolled all the way around. Turner almost knocked the ball away, but tracking it down was Dolman. Long
Right
pass.
out, good patience.
In the half-court set. Allensworth right in front of us. Three, no good. And flashing, I didn't see it hit the board.
It hit the top of the thing.
All right.
The suspension.
You got shot clock, you got the extension, you got the wires, and you also have the shot clock set up for next year.
I think it was that. I can't see that far.
Yeah, I thought it got close there, but didn't get there. We'll get a full timeout here with 6:06 left in this one. Raiders 40, Rockets 39. Back with more on MechaSportsCo.com.
This season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Yes, college football is back.
Our lives finally have meaning again.
After a really long offseason.
Look, our QB's on the draft slide.
Whoa! Oh, he's going. To where? Not where he expected.
Everything will be questioned.
What is this place?
Don't they know it's Saturday?
Everything.
College football's changing.
The Dr. Pepper flavors too.
It's all connected.
Fansville Season 8.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Back at the Dome, 6:06 left in this one. The Raiders have taken the lead 40-39.
That's been their first lead since, what, 2-0?
No, that's been their first lead at all.
Okay.
We never got a lead. We were down 4-0 to start this one off. We have not seen a lead till that lead.
Yeah, 6-4, and then, yeah.
The key
this is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, and the key is always to have the lead when the last horn goes off, right?
Well, yeah.
Turner's going to bring the ball in. Raiders going to put full court pressure. Ball gets in to Mossman in the backcourt. Use some time up here. Dolman's going to pick up Turner at the timeline.
That's a great matchup right there.
Physicality there. Good job of making the ball picked up. Mossman comes and gets it. Mossman has TJ on him. Bo's kind of floating in the middle there. His man is way over in the far corner.
I would almost run somebody at him and get it out of his hands.
Yeah, at Mossman or Turner, either one of them. We have a foul now, the Raiders.
Well, Mossman for sure. Turner's not the scoring threat like Mossman is.
TJ gets called for the foul, his second, and it will be first foul in the fourth quarter with 5:36 left. Nolan Mossman came up quickly, gave it back to Turner. Turner being guarded now by Sully Walker, who just checked in. Walker, Togarepi, F-Tank, Allensworth, and Dolman. Check that, Allensworth's out, Reed's in. Ball tipped away, good job there at tipping that away from Turner.
This is more of a pace for Routt instead of Notre Dame.
Yeah, Raiders would like to pick up the defense and move the ball down the court. Routt a little more, just about 10 points less than 10 points as far as scoring and 10 points less on defense.
Both of them are,
equal.
8 to 10. But, Raiders at 65, them at 58. I think you need to push it up against this team because, let's face it, they brought in one guy for extra.
Turner brings it into about 8 foot, then stops. Backdoor cut to Mossman. He goes all the way into the right corner. And Gernert hits the shot from the corner. His three, he had a three in the first quarter, and he hasn't made one since. And it's 42-40. Rockets take the lead from the left side. And Dolman's three from the left side hits the backboard, hits the rim, goes up, and hits the backboard again. So with 4:49 left, Allensworth's going to check in, give Dolman a break. That was a nice 8-point run in the third quarter and into the fourth for the Raiders. Turner to trigger. Turner doing a lot of walking there. You're not allowed to actually walk.
To move. Yeah.
Right, and he walked forward. Yeah, they almost have to keep a pivot foot, right, I believe. Mossman on the left side drives baseline. Sully Walker doing a good job. Backdoor cut. Somebody should have taken that ball away. It wasn't, but Robbie Reed does get the rebound for the Raiders.
Reed with a big rebound. There's Allensworth down the middle.
Count it! Oh! They did not give a continuation on this one. Allensworth, I thought on TJ's, he had 2 or 3 steps and moved around.
Well, he didn't put the ball down again before he went to the basket. That should have been and one.
Instead, it'll be a third foul on Oren Grenart. Raiders have the ball. Right side, Reed. To the top, Allensworth, the little floater. Good. Nice pass there. Way to go, Jace, cutting to the basket.
He's hit about 3 or 4 of those this game.
Them little floaters.
Oh, no.
In transition the other way. Mossman all the way in for the layup.
Reed did a good job of challenging and not fouling on that play.
44-42 in the half-court set. Raiders kick it back out, reset. Now in the left corner. Here's Bo F-Tank from 20. Good! Bo F-Tank from 20 feet gives the Raiders a lead.
45-44, 3:47 to go.
Bo with the basket out there, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. Check out your specialist, and Kevin's got good wood.
Well, like I was saying, this might be the best game in the state tonight.
And it's the small schools, downstate.
Oh.
Here's a steal by TJ. TJ takes it in for the layup. Good, nice job by TJ.
Well, he did a great job on the defensive end, getting in the passing lane for Mossman. I think their best defense not let Mossman get the ball in his hands.
Exactly.
Make somebody else create.
Yep, even Turner when he has it, you like to take it out of his hands, but definitely don't let Mossman get it. Turner out to the right side, Gernhardt. Spin move, back to Turner on the right. Turner working against Reed. Stops right in front. He's in the lane a long time.
Steal.
And Jace Allensworth with a steal. And he got grabbed at half court. Now that's one where when a guy grabs, but he wasn't completely out in front. That is the second team foul in the fourth quarter.
Raiders up by 3 now with 3 minutes to go in the game with the ball on the sideline. Big possession here offensively.
Nolan Mossman gets called for his third foul. Check that. They called Long on that one for his third, but I don't have Long for 3, so it is 2 on Raiders in the half-court set. Allensworth to F-Tank.
Take your time. Let them get out of the disconfiguration of the 1-2-2, get in the middle of the floor. I'd like to see Allensworth get the ball at the free throw line.
Oh, in trouble with trap. There's a good job by Coach Altmix. I saw that one coming as Coach Altmix is right by us. He saw there was a trap coming. He immediately called the timeout with 2:36 left. Raiders are up 47-44. Good stuff, Coach.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is one of those games to where, shoot, I drive 4 hours to get down here to do this game and watch it. So, yeah, it hasn't disappointed.
2:36 left in this one. Raiders 47, Rockets 44. Raiders took their first lead with just over 6 minutes left in this ball game. They were only down 1 at half, but now have a 3-point lead, 47-44.
Yeah, some big key threes. You know, big shots made by Allensworth, you know, and the one that Dolman hit here for the 3, that was huge.
And then F-Tank hit his too.
Yeah.
Here in the fourth quarter. So key there.
I still think the offense needs to go through Allensworth, whether he drives, gets in the lane, does his little floater, or takes it all the way to home, gets fouled. You know, it's got to go through him and then kick it out for the wide open looks and go from there.
We'll have to give some updates on the season 3-pointers, but you know who gives them to you for every room, for every project. The idea is at Woodmart Building Center. 2:36 left, Raiders will have the ball.
Over and back.
But he didn't bring down both feet, but it was a horrible spot to be in.
Yeah.
Raiders have the basketball.
Horrible to say. There, split it.
And it was a split between Nolan Mossman and Grenard. And it was funny because they did go, hey, wasn't that an over and back? Well, you hate being around there.
Somebody's got to flash up to the free throw line because that's what's wide open now. And they're going to start putting the pressure on outside. Yes, I put Allensworth at the free throw line and say, okay, who's going to guard me?
Left side, down the short corner.
Right
Dolman
there.
out.
Get in there.
And it almost goes in. Allensworth made the cut. Dolman found him. Everybody was watching as you heard
Dolman,
Coach.
short corner catch, you know, and then flashing down the lane. That's the way you beat the 1-2-2.
We watched it bounce a couple times. That was the 4th foul on Owen Gernhardt.
Oh.
Allensworth ball rolls in and rolls out.
Okay, this is a big one here. 2-possession game. I know there's 2:20 left, but you want to go up. You want to start putting a little bit of distance between you and them.
Dolman and Reed stay in the lane. F-Tank and Togarepi are out behind the arch.
Oh, he missed ball.
Second one's no good. Rebound inside by the younger of the Mossmans. Raiders still lead by 3 as we approach 2 minutes.
Get it out of his hands.
That's Mossman we're talking about. TJ's got him. The southpaw skipped all the way into the left corner. That's Gernhardt. Gernot back to the top, Mossman. That's the younger Mossman. Oh, took an extra step there. Left side, Turner setting a screen for Mossman. Dolman switches out now. They go inside to Turner, back to Mossman from 24. Good, we allowed him to get the ball and shoot the ball. Mossman ties the ball game up.
You cannot lose him, on the kickouts. That's 20 in the game for Mossman.
And he stepped back right behind the screen, Coach. We knew he was looking for that separation. 1:35 left in this one. Right side, Allensworth being picked up by Abel. We got Reed in the high post. Dolman out here in the left corner. Allensworth's in the right corner. Coach Altmix wants a quick 30-second timeout with 1:24 left. And down there, Coach, they did such a good job, the Raiders did, of picking up where Mossman was. Turner set a screen. We still had him. Then as soon as Mossman took the step back at around 25 feet, that's when we left him, maybe 23.
Yep.
That's where we left him. And you can't leave a guy, a shooter like that, because there's more space, and it's an easy shot. Not an easy shot, but uncontested shot.
For him, it's an easy shot.
Yeah,
hey, you know what I mean? He's got a nice stroke, and, we talked about that as one of the keys, locating the three-point shooters. They didn't do a very good job on that last possession defensively.
And I'm sure the Raiders, looking at this in retrospect, the first quarter is where they got down, 17-6.
Oh, yeah.
And until they came out in the second quarter to pick it up, when you get down 11 points, that's you do it slowly, but that's a big uphill to get to.
Oh, yeah, well, they did it the second quarter, but they haven't picked up the pace because, we got 22 points here in the last two quarters with 1:24 to go. 11 points a quarter ain't going to get it for this team.
Oh, and Rockets cannot foul because it'll put the Raiders on the line to shoot two. TJ's got the ball. Bo and TJ out high. Allensworth's in the high point post.
That's where you got to get him the ball, right there.
You got Dolman and Reed floating on the left side. Dolman is going to do a little baseline in the high post to Reed. Get out of the lane. You got 1 foot in the lane. Allensworth, no sense in a big hurry.
Yeah.
You can take it down for the last shot.
You got like 2-on-3 right there. And if I was Coach Altmix, I don't know if I want to do that unless I get something good.
I'd say take it all the way down, tell another timeout, make your last shot. Allensworth's out here. Rockets are letting the Raiders play with it. Key is you got to watch the good passes out here. Don't let Mossman and these guys sneak up.
Don't be sloppy.
Right. Down to 37 seconds in the game. Down to Dolman on the block. He had Turner. Hey, came back out. Good job by Gavin resetting that. He could have taken the shot. Coach Altmix calling one.
Down to 25 seconds.
Reed went the guard to take it. F-Tank now has it down to 20 seconds. Coach Whalen's coming out. He's going to be on the court in a second. He is. Down to 14 seconds. Looks like the Raiders, I don't know if they're going to call a time or there it is. So 10.4 seconds left. 47-47, Raiders basketball. One more foul will put the Raiders on the line for 2 shots.
Well, perfect time here, 10 seconds to go. I always want to start the play off, 10 seconds to go to give you an opportunity to get the offensive rebound. Once again, best offense is, get the Allensworth, let him go into the hole hard. Pulling up for that little 10-footer, taking it all the way to the basket.
And I think the key is pulling up because you don't want to push it in too far, create a charge, and give the ball over to the Rockets.
Well, and then everybody else got to go to the glass. Because if he's got that little floater up to the rim, you want Reed there, you want Dolman there, you want TJ there. And, F-Tank might be he drives, have him spot up for an open look, but shoot it with about 4 seconds to go.
Yeah.
So you got an opportunity to get the offensive rebound.
And a 3 would not be bad in that situation with both shooting with that much time left, only that much.
Wide open look, him stepping into it. I love that shot too.
Here we go. 4.
And you wonder about Allensworth going to the basket because he missed his last 2 free throws also. So
10.4. Raiders will have it on the far side. Dolman's right in front of us on the block. In the backcourt, TJ gets it. Don't bring it across. F-Tank, 7 seconds.
Go.
Back to TJ. High post. Reed goes to the hole. Reed scores. He takes it to the hole, and he scores. He faces up. Nobody picks him up. He takes it all the way to the basket at the buzzer for a 49-47 victory.
Maybe I was wrong putting Allensworth there because, Reed caught the ball. Nobody guarded him. Went right straight to the hole for the easy layup.
Wow, and I think that was a key, too. They worry about Reed around the basket, but I don't think they thought he was going to shoot. And then when Robbie got the ball, he saw a lane and just went right to the basket with a finger. I mean, laid it up right over the rim.
Oh, yeah, that was a beautiful take. I thought they waited too long, but as it rolled in and we were at 0.7 and it just rolled out.
Robbie Reed with a great job there in front of us. He gives a high five to Knoyer. Raiders stay undefeated, 13-0. Give the Rockets their second loss in 3 games. Now 13-2, but watch these Rockets in the postseason.
Well, that's what I was going to say. 1-8 comes around, Final Four. Do not be surprised if Rob Catholic is there. Same way with the QND Raiders. Once again, this game I said was the best game in the state tonight.
Turned out to be one.
It was. No ifs, ands, or buts. And, number 1 and 2A just beat number 9 and 1A by 2 on a last-second layup.
And they could be higher up than that, really, because I think they really suffered that one loss and dropped them down a lot farther than they should be.
Well, that North Mac, when they won that, they were 8-6. They won 4 games in a row at the Waverly tournament, played out of their minds, is what I read, because they came in 4-6 and ended up winning it.
Oh, North Mac did?
North Mac's 8-6 now.
I'll be darned. I tell you, it takes a roll, whether it's in the holidays
or
the postseason, which you want even more. But tonight, it was a key for the Raiders, pulling it out on the last second shot by Robbie Reed, 49-47. That'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Stick around, though, because we've got the post-game show brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. We'll also hear from Coach and the coach's comments. And we'll have a lot of fun talking about this one here as the Raiders come back after being down in the first with a last-second shot at the buzzer. Win this one 49-47. Stick around. We'll have the postgame on the flip side. But this has been Raider basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Kunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Kunis Honda.
And Kunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Kunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Kunis makes it easy.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to the postgame show. And it's a happy one when you pull off the 49-47 victory there for the Raiders. That's always great, too. We're talking softball from yesteryear. Gym City Pizzeria, Steve Schrag and George Schrag and the guys. Gosh, I haven't seen him forever. So the Raiders pull it out. Woo! As we try to do a Ric Flair. Oh, sorry about that. You were talking to him. There you are, Coach.
This was a very good test. On the road, against a solid team, in the Routt Rockets. I mean, this team, once again, I think you'll see them depending on where their seedings fall and, how they're playing. I think you've got an opportunity to see this team, in where they play at now, Champaign?
I think we're back to Champaign.
Used to be in Peoria, Champaign.
We have gone back to Champaign for the boys, but not the girls. So
the girls are at Illinois State. Congratulations to the Illinois State football team. Great game last night. We're this close to get in the national championship.
4 great games on the postseason for them to get there. That's amazing enough. Villanova, I think, was one of those victories as well. So that was some good stuff. And North Central didn't get the championship in Division III, but Calvin Lavery, in his 4 years, went first, second, first, second. They didn't look as good as they could in the other night. But congratulations to Wisconsin River Falls, their first chance. So good stuff happens, but good job. And Charlie Lavery still is going to have one more year there. And North Central's a power. So it was kind of nice that River Falls pulled out their first one.
Yeah.
They've been darn good.
They've been there forever.
Whew, I tell you what.
They're in the same conference as Wesleyan, so we used to go up there and play them all the time. And,
Milliken, of course, John is Lavery, the father of Calvin and Charlie there, but good stuff. They both played basketball for this Raider team, too. So good one tonight. Started off not so good. After one quarter, Routt led 17-6 after an 11-point run that was unanswered by the Raiders. Second quarter, though, the Raiders continued from the first quarter, 2 points. They ran 8 more off. It was only a 3-point game, 17-14. The Raiders found themselves down by 8, 26-18. But right before the half, the Raiders ran out 7 straight points. We're down 26-25. Get to the second half, it's close, but boom, all of a sudden, it's 36-27. Stretching it back out, but the Raiders worked back into a 39-37 deficit into the fourth quarter. Raiders finally, at 45-44 with a 3-pointer, took their first lead of the ball game with 6 minutes plus left in the game. Coming down the wire at 47-47. Raiders going to the high post. Robbie Reed turns, faces it up, takes it to the basket, finger roll, lays it in at the buzzer, and it's a victory for the Raiders, now 13-0. Boy, that's some good stuff there, Coach.
Well, and what I think they've learned tonight is, how to play, because this was a, sectional final type game. 49-47 is not the up and down, up and down, up and down. They've learned how to win the, running up and down the floor as they beat, Sacred Heart Griffin on Saturday and scoring 68, almost 70 points. Now they come in here with the team that controls the ball, controls the pace, and we're able to come out, on top, against a very, very good Routt Catholic team.
I think Rout's got to be very happy with their squad. And for those who might have said before the game, we're not playing tough enough. We're not, just really getting after it. I think they played pretty darn tough.
Well, I don't know, what they did against Pacer last night, but I'm assuming that was probably a 20, 25-point win.
62-46, but I think it could have been more.
Well, and, they were looking towards this game, because, when the number 1 team in the state in 2A comes to your place, and, great crowd tonight.
Oh.
I mean, it was electric.
I thought I saw Santa Claus, but it was Chuck Venverlo, actually.
Oh, okay.
Just looking like Santa Claus. Good stuff.
But, yeah, I mean, it's, great win against a great team on the road, so, and like I say, they're going to play against different paces. I mean, you play Peoria Manual, they're going to try to score 90. You know what I mean? So you got to slow them down to maybe 60, 65, and then you got to outscore them from that point on. This team, we looked at them at the beginning, giving up 39 points a game. They did basically what they wanted to do, and, we shut them down like we should have. And, last possession, easy look, bucket, and we win at the buzzer.
Hey, speaking of scoring, Brody Gilbert's dad does the scoring. I did check in there. He does all the scoring, so congratulations to him for the victory and making sure those marks were right. In the first game, Ben Marth watching his son. We saw Brad Hoyt. We forgot Hoyt's got another kid coming up, so lots of good people.
Well, he told me he's here recruiting, so I think he's a little bit of both there.
And did you see who was in front? You had Charlie Vogel, Jim Watercutty, Dave Keck. You had Darnell up there. You had all the old guys up there. And I'm speaking old guys now that we're old guys. And they travel so well.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, there. Charlie Vogel, of course, we asked how Ann was doing, and that's his sister. And she had a fall there beforehand. Kelly, the daughter, Kelly McKinney, Kelly Little. So we give a shout out to her tonight. What a good one. Hey, let's break down unofficially the scoring. The board up there was wrong, but I'm going to give it right because they took 2 points from TJ, or gave to maybe TJ 2, but it took away Reed's, but Reed made that last basket.
I don't think they moved Reed from 10.
Yep.
after he made it.
I think so. So, unofficially, but here's what it got in my book. Jace Allensworth, 13 points. He was rookie in that third quarter. A couple buckets and a three-pointer. 12 points from Robbie Reed, none as important as that last basket. We had 9 points from Gavin Dolman, key three-pointer. 8 points from Bo F-Tank, and he had 2 key three-pointers. And TJ Togarepi had 7. So you look at that balanced scoring for the Raiders in the ball game. Sully Walker played a key part of the game in there, as well as Mason Craig. And early in this ball game, Xavier Douglas, I think Brody Gilbert, Anthony Bias, John Vemberlo, and Patrick Ginnenbacher were in the ball game because Coach wasn't happy that the way the play was of the Raiders, and he cleaned the bench out right away, almost making a point early to say, look, I don't like the play. We'll learn real quick, and hopefully we'll turn this thing around.
Well, yeah, and, it's one of those things where when you're not getting the effort, the defensive end, on the rebounding, and there's a couple of, possessions defensively where we gave up 3 rebounds, and 2 extra shots, and, I think they made a couple of the 3 that we had like that, which, against a really good team, that's not going to work. I mean, this is a good team, but you're going to face better coming down the road, especially if you make that run, in the state tournament.
On route, Catholics in with it now 13-2. Leading the way was Bryson Mossman. He had 20 points unofficially, 8 points from Adam Abel. A couple buckets in the first quarter, a couple in the second, or the third quarter, excuse me. Other than that, I would go more to him at 6'7". Probably does against a lot of teams. 7 from Brady Turner. Turner had his scoring early, but Turner's a heck of a ball player. He does a lot of things out there.
Well, he handles the ball, he defends, and he rebounds.
And he's strong.
Yeah.
Nolan Mossman had 6, and so did Owen Gernert. He had 2 3-pointers, one in the first and one in the fourth. One of them was a key that we left him wide open. But 47 and the Raiders 49, and there's the key.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, you got to make sure. Well, getting the last possession, I thought they did a good job when they got the ball with, a minute plus, and then all of a sudden, they hold the ball and then, 10 seconds to go, and then we set the play up.
All righty, and we'll let Coach get set up here. Make sure he gets in there and lined up. Here's all right, Coach?
Yep.
And that's Greg Altmans. His comments are brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. And it's always nice. The key in a game, obviously, is more points than the other team at the buzzer, and we did that. I thought it was a real nice job of the Raiders holding on to that ball the last 2 minutes and really taking the time to set something up. Now, was Reed the key on that? Or, because we talked about Jace Allensworth up at the free throw line, or was Robbie supposed to be there?
No, Robbie's in the right spot. I was wanting to run something that was going to give us multiple options because I just felt that, we were going to get somebody open. If we ran a play, a little pick and roll or something, a 2-man game, I just didn't feel good about one of those 2 guys getting open. I wanted to run something where we spread the floor, we set a couple down screens, or cross screens, and then the guy setting the cross screen have to read their man. And I'll attribute it to Robbie. He did a great job of reading his man. Jumped on Jace. He flashed, basically that was a little bit of a saving grace there at the end of the game because as poorly as we executed offensively throughout this entire game of one guy going the wrong spot, and I don't know how I could point out probably right now 5 times where one guy went to the wrong spot and screwed up the whole offense. Right there at the end, everybody went to the right spot, read their defender, and Robbie did a great job. Man, he caught nice little pump fake, took to the hole, and credit to him, man. You get there, you still got to put the ball in the hole, and your legs. It's fourth quarter, you're gonna boink it off the front of the rim, or you're gonna put it through the net. And so, kudos to Robbie for putting that ball in there at the end.
And he faced up nicely. Every one of your post players, when they get there, Dolman does that well. Jace, they faced up nicely at there, saw the lane was there. Earlier when Robbie was on a fast break, looked like he was going to try to dunk it.
Yeah.
Thank goodness he didn't, because so many times how that ball pops out.
Yeah.
This one, he went strong and laid that ball in right over the iron. And, the buzzer goes, and you go, whew. Now, let's back up, because I know you're going to break this thing down a bunch. First quarter sucked.
Yeah. Oh, and that's, it's frustrating when you go through a practice on Monday, you go through a shoot-around, and you tell guys, if they run this is exactly where you need to start because it's a little bit different. We changed one little thing up, and all of a sudden that one guy being in the wrong spot now throws everybody off because our timing, our cutting, everything that we talked about is just off. And so, we're not getting good looks. We're not getting the shots we're expecting to get because we have one guy in the wrong position. And so, we put other guys in, and then those guys went in. It's simply – or when it's something as simple as we are pressing and you're not going to press, that I cannot handle. A guy beat you. You miss a free throw, you miss a layup. Okay, hey, physical mistakes are going to happen, but if you're going to make mental mistakes, you cannot. I told these guys multiple times in the last 2 weeks. I've told the freshmen, I've told the sophomores, if you are not going to mentally be prepared and mentally know what to do, you will not be able to play for me.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I was thinking Jace there, but probably the best thing because if Jace would have caught the ball, he had 3 dudes around him at the free throw line. So move him out.
Yeah.
Let him go up for the look. And Reed did a great job taking it to the hole.
He did. And that was one of those where we were going to have the floor spread. And if they lost somebody, then we were going to have the open shot. If they stayed with you, then it's kind of okay. The basket, the lane to the basket is open.
Yeah, and, I thought, once again, defensively we were very good, especially – well, Mossman, tough guard. He had 20 tonight, and you threw TJ at him, you threw Reed at him, you threw Dolman at him. You guys did. That was the hardest 20 points I ever saw anybody get.
Well, I tell you what, there are 1 or 2 I'm just shaking my head though because I'm like, that's not how we play defense.
Well, especially that 3 down at the end of the game. It's like, okay, you've got him, you got to stick with him.
Yeah,
and then.
It's
faded.
And when we did stop him in the lane, then we left him, and he took a little 6 or 8 footer. That's what probably was the most, And that first quarter, again, I meant sucks is quite right. Second quarter, I thought defense picked it up, and that's how we got in the game.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I tell these guys, and they understand that we're going to hang our hat on our defense. Yep. Tonight we were missing layups, we were missing free throws, we were missing shots. And, hey, guess what? That's going to happen again this year, and you're going to have to decide if you're going to suck it up on the defensive end, and you're not out there coaching, you're not out there reffing, you're just busting your tail playing, and that's the guys have done a great job of that, and even tonight I'm not going to question the effort that they put forth. The mental readiness was what was our issue tonight.
Well, and, the one thing I was looking at, 49-47 game, I said at the beginning of the game, you guys wanted to get it up into the 65-70 range and make them try to catch you. Your team responded. This was like a sectional final game.
Oh, yeah.
49-47 on the road.
Yep.
And you found a way, to produce the W.
Yep. And I mean, that's a tribute to them because even with all the adversity, the mental mistakes that we made, free throws, layups, even with all that, the very last play, they executed when they needed to, and, fortunate for us, they did.
By the way, great game on Saturday against Sacred Heart Griffin because we saw them up at State Farm. I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a challenge.
Yeah. They've got a great group, and I mean, and I told Will tonight, man, you guys play like that second half of the season on down, you're going to be in Champaign because this is a heck of a ball club in Class 1A. They're going to be a tough outcome March.
I'll tell you, whether Coach Almix will win by 20 or you won by 1 or you lost, we'll still break it down just as hard. You're not giving any breaks just because we came away with a victory.
Oh, most definitely.
You're probably maybe harder on those days because, again, and I know it's all days you're hard, but this is what we have to do. And thank goodness that we did the one time we did the right thing. It was at the end of the game. But, guys, we can't do this against Joliet Catholic, Sacred Heart, all those teams.
Exactly. And to me, it's not until we get to March, it's not the final score that's on the board, in January. It's how are we playing? Are we doing the things we need to have success later on? And this is going to be a good one for us to look back on. We're going to take a look at this film probably quite a bit. And not too much. I don't want, but I do want to make sure they take a look at it and realize this isn't the game we want in January when we're trying to get things rolling.
Now, was this the first time you played in this gym as a coach? Or
no.
You played Liberty.
Yeah,
up there.
Liberty. We played here all the time.
So I knew
We
you were
played
familiar
all
with
the
that.
time.
We talked about that. But for the Raiders, at least, a good feeling walking away with a 49-47. We can smile and go, nice job, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, you guys.
I want to grow up just to be like you, okay?
And that's Greg Altmix, the head coach of the QND Raiders, coming away with the victory. And, of course, his comments are brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the post-game show brought to you by Hardee's. Hear what Coach has to say as the Raiders with the victory, 49-47. And you heard it and saw it right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight. This stream is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecca Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MeccaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Welcome back to the Hardee's post-game show. Wellman and Pettit, you just heard from Altmix as well. Thank you, Greg, when he comes up. Boy, this is a good one to go. If 8 open or Atlas Slice was open, I'd go down and have something to eat. But you guys can still check them out Thursday through Saturday. Whether you want to stop by 8 Open, Southern Kitchen at 601 Main, or Atlas Slice right across the street, 121 North 6. Those hours are Thursday through Saturday. Get down there early and check them out. I think I'm going to check mine out before I head to East Moline that night, and that'll be the Panthers, Lady Panthers, taking on the Blue Devils from the girls' side. And now it's time to shut the lights off and wow, they don't jack around, do they, Coach?
We better get going here so we can pack stuff up and see.
It is funny here, so they've told us we got to get out of here. With that, we will get out of here. I hate to cut it that short. I had a couple more comments, but Coach, your last thoughts, other than maybe you're going to have to, we're going to have to clean the hallways in that in a second.
Well, the biggest thing I saw, a different pace of game that the Raiders are not used to playing. And they ended up, making the right plays at the end, and got the W on it. So, against a very good team. So, that's what you want to see on a team, getting better each and every time out. This is a very, very good victory. And this comes after, they won the State Farm small school. Then they beat Sacred Heart Griffin, who got third, the big school at State Farm. And, now you come here on the road against a tough Routt Catholic team. That's, 7 good games, 6 good games in a row. They just need to keep up the pace.
Is that your last thought? Or give me one more thought, Coach.
That's it. I'm done.
My last thought. Hello, Russ Hincamper. Russ is out there giving us a shout-out. We'll give one to Russ as well. So the Raiders completed here as we're in the Hardee's post-game show. The final, your QND Raiders 49, the Routt Catholic Rockets 47, and it's been Raider basketball right here. Where do you, I almost went for the voice of champions, the old TAD thing, but it was our voice of champions.
Well, we are the voice of champions.
There you go. Thank you, Coach. And it was at MeccaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.